into this aisle. Turn into this aisle.
Why you want to go in this aisle?
Just trust me.
You do realize this is the infant section.
Yeah, I know that. And stop. Get closer to the ball. Like, just want to see if
What, you mess around with Cocomelon and stuff, Mike?
No, I just want to see if it has like a voice box or something.
It has a voice box. I'm pretty sure it has a voice box.
Yeah.
Mike, I'm pretty sure you're too old for...
I hate you, Cocomelon!
No. Oh, God, no. All right, you need to chill.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get it on!
I say time and time again that the reason for this channel existing is to talk about rare and obscure games. Some are amazing, some are decent, some are weird, some are terrible, and some are just so good that is an absolute crime that nobody is mentioning it. But it's just sad how these games get made, they get released, and somehow, whether maybe the game's a flop, maybe it's the flavor of the month that doesn't last very long for whatever reason, the game just becomes obscure and just disappears into obscurity, only to be discovered several years later by a guy who owns an Odroid. This is one of those cases here, because scrolling on through, looking for an NES game to play, I came across this hidden gem. It is called Vice Project Doom. It was developed by Sammy Corporation, released in 1991 for the NES. I had no idea this game existed until I just found it. This game is amazing. If you were to take Strider, add in some flavor of Ninja Gaiden, sprinkle in some Spy Hunter, and then add some Alien Storm. Mix it all together, throw it in the oven, boom, you got this game. This game is a mixture of fun, difficult, make you want to pull your hair out, but will keep you coming back for more, because as much as it can piss you off, it can keep you hooked. This game made me so frustrated, but it didn't make me want to quit. It made me want to try. There's a lot of trial and error involved here. Like I said, it's just like Ninja Gaiden. It's got a lot of Ninja Gaiden elements, but we'll get to that in a minute. But as the story goes, the Beta Corporation, yeah, that's B-E-D-A, the Beta Corporation, which is a development company which serves in making military weapons and electronic equipment and other things, is actually a front for an operation run by a race of aliens who make a substance called gel with the intentions of getting humans hooked. You heard me correctly. These aliens are making space cocaine in the form of slime. Wrap your head around that one. Vice Detective Hart is the guy you're taking control of here. He's dispatched to uncover their secrets and stop them from doing some heavy damage and taking over the world. You play as Detective Hart, and he moves similar to, say, how Ryu Hayabusa does in Ninja Gaiden, but instead of climbing walls, you climb ladders. You have a decent sized jump, but there's a lot of hazards you have to watch out for. It's really easy to die in this game. The enemies suck, and I say they suck because they really do suck. They come at you from everywhere. You got enemies who are basic. You got enemies who will just dart at you. You got enemies that fly at you from different patterns. You got enemies that run from behind. You got enemies that shoot. They spam shoot. And the bosses are not well, actually, I can't say the bosses are not easy. They're hard until you figure out that they are actually easy. Like, for example, check this out. Yeah, there you go. I just helped you out. But as far as the stages itself goes, the stages are very challenging. A lot of trial and error is involved. Hart has 3 different weapons. He has a sword, he has a gun, and he also has a bomb. The sword is your basic weapon. That's for close range. For anything that gets closer to you, you just spam the B button and slash away and you can take your enemies out. Then you also have your gun. Your gun is mid-range. It doesn't shoot far, but it's still good enough to deal with enemies that have projectiles. Then you have your bomb, your most powerful weapon. And if you're not careful with this one, you will waste it. It reaches far across the screen. Upon impact, once it explodes, it does massive damage. And there's a lot of respawning enemies. If it's one thing I hate in the game, it's enemies that respawn the slightest switch in direction. And an enemy who you just spent half your life bar trying to fight is just back like nothing even happened. There's a lot of hazards, there's a lot of falling, there's some serious knockback you have to deal with, but again, it's all trial and error. If you can handle Ninja Gaiden, you can handle this. As far as the game's story goes, the cutscenes in the game are beautifully drawn. Everything is through text, so of course it's a lot of reading. But again, another comparison to Ninja Gaiden. But you see it playing out as you're reading it. It's a very fleshed out story. You also have your driving stages, where you're in Detective Hart's souped up supercar and you're shooting enemies off the road and collecting power-ups the same way you would in Spy Hunter. You also have your shooting gallery stages, where Detective Hart pulls his gun, it goes into the first person, and you're moving around the D-pad, and you're shooting everything in sight. Now, mind you, you're using ammo from your gun, so you have to collect as you shoot. If you don't collect that ammo, you're gonna run out of ammo real fast, and then not only are you gonna lose that stage, but when you get back into the side-scrolling stages, you're not going to have any ammo for your second weapon, which just happens to be your gun. I got through a decent amount of this game. I'm going to go back and finish it because I owe it to myself to see the end of this game because it was that good. I only got enough footage just so I can get everybody an idea of what to expect with this game. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you try Vice Project Doom any way you can. I have no idea how much this game is going for as far as physical copies go, but apparently from what I understand, this game is actually on the Nintendo Switch online store, on the NES on there. Me, I just found it on my Odroid. Check out Vice Project Doom and give this game a shot. You will not regret it. I highly recommend it. Amazing, amazing game. Vice Project Doom. Check it out. But with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support. We just hit 1,200 subs. And I couldn't be more thankful to each and every one of you who are checking out these videos, who are coming just to be entertained. We love entertaining you, whether it's small videos like this, whether it's the one no one talks about, whether it's G.A.A.S Reacts, whether it's G.A.A.S Live. I mean, We love entertaining each and every one of you, and we thank each and every one of you for tuning in. We thank everyone who subscribed. To everyone who hasn't subscribed yet, who are watching us, thank you for tuning in. I would personally love it if you did subscribe, if you did hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and smack the hell out of the notification bell so you would know when we go live with content such as this. But like I said, we're in this because we love to entertain each and every last one of you, and we thank you all for the support, and we will see you all again here real soon. Brown out.